Hello, dear parish family. This is Father Daniel here joining you now as we're about to celebrate the 20th Sunday of Ordinary Time. And on this Sunday, we look in a special way, we focus in on the virtue of humility. Now, in today's culture, humility is not really considered something to be possessed, something that's praiseworthy. But for God, it really is the foundation to a great relationship. You see, because ironically, it is that person who is unentitled, who doesn't feel they have the right to His grace, that makes them the perfect candidate for His grace. It's that turning to God, recognizing our need for Him, our need for His grace, our need for His peace, our need for His guidance. In today's gospel, friends, our Lord puts a woman's faith to scrutiny. Finding her, or rather, she finding him, and the apostles walking along, this woman comes up to him, asking, pleading really, for help with her daughter who is suffering. She comes up very, very, very respectfully, very reverently. Lord, please have pity on me. My daughter is not well. Take care of her, help her. Now, many are quick to note that in this whole gospel, Jesus is not necessarily the most tender and warm with her, especially at first. But what people also don't realize, or are often quick to see, is that never once does our blessed Lord turn this woman away or ignore her request, as the apostles would have him do. No, instead, he tests her faith and tells her very clearly, look, my mission is primarily to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. My mission is to the people of the covenant to bring them to fulfillment. That's his primary goal at this time, during his earthly ministry. But, as it is, she persists. And coming to him in the most humble of ways, this great woman, this amazing woman who has a persevering and strong faith, never losing her gaze, her fixed gaze on God's face, even using his own analogy, turns to him and says, Lord, but even the dogs eat the scraps that fall from their master's table. Think of what great faith and humility that response must have taken. See, friends, I think for most of us, we probably would have been turned away a long time ago. We would have gotten upset or offended, the way everybody gets offended so easily these days. Rather than recognizing that Jesus was drawing her in not just to receive healing for her daughter, but to receive a greater gift yet. A trust and an understanding of this woman's need for God and of his ability to grant that need. See, friends, in the end, yes, our Lord heals her daughter. And in the midst of that, recognizes the woman's faith for everyone to hear. O woman, great is your faith. Surely his apostles must have taken listen as they recognized that, hey, wasn't this the one that this woman just keeps coming after us, keeps begging, keeps asking? We could have sent her away. And yet Jesus uses her persevering attitude, and certainly her humility in approaching him in order to achieve something great, to recognize her virtue, to recognize her humility. You see, friends, the truth is that our Lord never loves us any less at any moment, even when in our entitlement and pride, we sometimes try to push him away. But instead, he gives us opportunities whereby we might recognize our need for him and develop a greater hunger for his grace, understanding that nobody has a title or a right to receive it, but that only those who know they need a Lord will understand what it is to truly be in relationship with the living God. Dear friends, I hope that we can continue to really develop a humility within us, to never ever be in a place where we turn away from our need for God, recognizing that we're not the answer to our own problems. We don't have things all figured out, and we are incredibly imperfect and subject sometimes to all sorts of things which make us less than who we were called to be. The truth is we need God. And to recognize that, we need to stay humble. A blessed Sabbath to you on this Sunday, dear family, and all watching. I pray for all the best for all of you, and know that as I go to the altar to celebrate Mass, you will be with me in my heart always. Much love. Talk to you later.